Properties welcomes you. Craft Properties Private Limited is a registered estate agent. The managing director is Mr. Kudakwashe Taruberekera, who has been involved in real estate practice in various capacities and aims to invest significant time and assets in establishing and developing a top-class real estate management practice in Zimbabwe. We are located at number 55 Herbert Chitepo Street in Kadoma. Our offices are very accessible from all parts of Zimbabwe with an ample on-site parking for our clients. Once we are located in Kadoma, we are available to undertake work across Zimbabwe if required to do so by our clients. Our contact telephone numbers are here on the screen as follows. We also got an email address that's craftproperties@gmail.com. Please feel free to contact us anytime for more information. Our vision: to contribute 100% to the economic development and empowerment of the people through the provision of value for money real estate services. Our mission is to become the leading and preferred real estate brokerage, valuations, management and development company through professional and effective service delivery. Our motto: we're here to deliver value service to your individual and corporate needs efficiently. And the other services that we provide are here as follows: property sales, estate agency and brokerage services, including the sales and marketing of residential, commercial and industrials and other properties. Valuers, valuation of land and buildings for all purposes. Auctioneers, organizing and conducting auctions of buildings, plots, stands, factories, etc. Letting agents, management of commercial office, residential, institutional and other building, including letting, rent collection and property maintenance, among other services. Advisory services, property consultancy, market research and real estate advisory services. Project management and coordination, development of land for all urban purposes. Property management, property investment and portfolio selection and management. So if you got properties that you want to sell, lease, buy and so forth, please contact our sales and letting teams for more information. We are here to give you real properties and services at a minimal cost. Currently, Craft Properties have acquired virgin land measuring 60 hectares from the Ministry of Local Government for developing low-income houses and service stands for shops, schools, churches, etc. Craft Properties is in the process of building about 2,000 two-roomed core houses in this project, which is a subdivision A of the Relay Farm 8, known as Hofmari Phase 1 housing scheme. Here we can see the Craft Properties team arriving and inspecting the work being done by the land surveyors at the Hofmari Phase 1 housing scheme. Work has already started. As you can see, the engineers are here seen giving the Craft Properties management team a tour of the area, give a recommendation on the best way to develop this prime land. As you can see for yourself, work has already started here at Hofmari. Craft Properties aims that by the end of the year, the project will be complete and the beneficiaries will be allocated their houses. For it's our will that everyone owns a house of his and her own. It's because of this drive that we are here for you. We are here to deliver value service to your individual and corporate needs efficiently. Property sales, valuers, auctioneers, letting agents, advisory services, project management, property management.
First, thank you very much for inviting me to your studios to give the position of our company concerning our operations and the general day-to-day business that we conduct. I should start by giving you a brief history of our company. Craft Properties is a registered estate agent. It was founded by Mr. Keita Ruberekera in April 2008. It is registered under the Estate Agents Act Chapter 27.17 and also the Companies Act Chapter 24.03. Mr. Keita Ruberekera is currently the Managing Director of Craft Properties. To answer your question on how a client can identify that the agent that is dealing with is a registered estate agent, when you get into an agent's office, a compensation fund certificate should be visibly displayed on the walls of that office. If it's not displayed, you've got a right as a client to ask for the compensation fund certificate so that you can verify whether it's current or it has expired. But if you are still in doubt, you are also allowed to call or visit the Estate Agent Council of Zimbabwe. Their offices are located at Newlands Shopping Center in Harare, so that you can verify to say is such and such a company registered with yourselves. And let me also go on and say on the advantages of dealing with a registered estate agent company. If you deal with a registered company, your chances of losing your money are very, very slim. I would like also to warn the public that a lot of bogus agents have of late sprouted a lot in Kadoma and the whole of Zimbabwe. So the clients should be wary on who they are dealing with. Are they registered or are they bogus? Whereas if you deal with a bogus agent, they do not have well-trained professional people who know the processes and procedures of conducting a sale. But the registered estate agent has got well-trained professionals, people who know what to check, people who know how to verify the authenticity of the papers contained, for example, the title deeds, the deeds of cession, etc. And they also know the relevant authorities to check whether the properties have got any encumbrances or not before conducting a sale. So in actual fact, what I'm saying is, if you are dealing with a registered agent, your chances of losing your money are next to none. But in the event that something goes wrong, the sale or the transaction becomes sour, you can get a refund of the money that you would have paid from the compensation fund that we contribute to as registered agent each year. Yeah, thank you. An estate agent is a property management company which in simplified terms is the efficient utilization of the total real estate asset. This is quite a broad name, Nastro. It encompasses a lot of things, some of which are property sales, property letting, property management, project management, valuations. This is what a real estate agent company does. In actual fact, I'm saying real estate company inotengesa dzimba inokwanisa kuti kana une imba yako yoda kutengesa unokwanisa kuyapo osaina anonzi mandate forms ekupa authorization kuti tengesa property yangu ine mari yakati, vanokuadvertisera vokutengesera property yako. Vakatengesa property yako vanongobata mari shomanani inova 5% of the selling price. Unokwanisa zvekuuya kana une imba yako yauri kurendesa, unokwanisa kuuya oti ini zvekudhila ndekuzoenda nematenancy ndichinodidi, ndichikwanisa kuona kuti building rangu richiri mucondition yakanaka here, zvinonditorera nguva nekuti ndine rimwe basa randee ndichida kuita. Unokwanisa kuunza futi property yako iyoyo kwatiri, then tinokumanejera, tichikukolectera marenda ako, tichikuinspectora building rako, kuona kuti tichiri in a proper shape here. Kana taona kuti pane any defects, tichiri gadzirisa, tichiri renovatesa. Uye kana pane uchida kutora kana chikwere kubank, vanokuti uya necollateral, and the collateral vanenge vachida kuziva kuti value yecollateral yauri kuunza ichii. Isusu tine vanhu vari experienced vatinawo vari registered, vanokwanisa kuita inonzi valuation, kuona kuti mudziyo wako waunawo kana property yako yaunayo inoita mari, tokupa mapepa acho woenda kubank unopiwa loan yako. Basically this is what an estate agent company does, but there is a lot of things that an estate agent company does. Yes, Nastro, that's very true. Yeah, Nastro, you see, this idea is a brainchild of our managing director, Mr. Keita Berekera. He had to come up with this idea after our recommendations that we gave to him, after receiving a series of frequent inquiries from our clients for vacant stands in Kadoma. After receiving these recommendations, he asked us to carry out a survey to see how many people in Kadoma are in need of these stands or are in need of accommodation. And the result pointed that there was urgent need to address the accommodation problem in this town of Kadoma. That's when he thought it is a noble idea to apply for land and service that land and build 2-roomed co-houses for low-income earners. This is how the whole idea came about. Yeah, Nastro, let me correct that statement of the project has taken very long to start. The project has in actual fact started. I feel there's a general misconception that a project begins when the equipment is moved to the site, whilst in actual fact there is a lot of preparatory work involved before the actual implementation of the project is done. The project starts when you make the first step toward the preparatory work. So this project is already started because the preparatory work has already been done. Yeah, but there was a delay, yes, in the actual implementation of the project. It has been caused by various factors, Nastro. There are a lot of processes and procedures that need to be done for a project to kickstart. Firstly, you have to make an application for the land. And after making that application, you have to make a follow-up. And I want to tell you, this is a very tiresome process, you know, because a lot of offices are involved. You know, you'll be dealing with a lot of people who have other commitments besides pursuing your application. So it takes time for the application to be approved. And also, for your own information, I think I should highlight this, that we first made an application in March 2010, and up to today, we are still seeking out the papers for the developers to move on site. We are doing everything above board so that every loophole is closed and cushion ourselves from any problems in the future. You should also understand, Nastro, the magnitude of this project. We are dealing with 60 hectares here, where we are supposed to build around 1,500 two-roomed core houses. So I think you would agree with me that this is quite a big project. I can give you an example. If you go to any council in Zimbabwe and buy a stand measuring approximately 200 to 3,000 square meters, they actually give you a grace period of 2 years to develop that land, that stand of yours, before repossessing your stand. So now we are talking about 1,500 stands sitting on 60 hectares of land. So I mean, you would be sensible to agree with me that a lot of things need to be done, a lot of preparatory work needs to be done. You should also take note that the preparatory work is capital intensive, so there is need for a lot of resource mobilization to enable the project to start. I also want to let you know that these papers go through a lot of offices of authority before they make a decision, and some of these authorities are beyond our control. Some of these offices you cannot push them. Just like I can give you an example. If a piece of land is gazetted, you have to wait for almost 31 days. They'll be waiting for what they call objections to that piece of land to see does this land do not belong to somebody else. It takes 31 days after gazetting. You cannot do anything about that period of time. It has to be 31 days. There is nothing that you can do to make it 5 days. So this is caused this delay that you are talking about. But I should also mention that we are so privileged in the fact that the majority of the beneficiaries that we are dealing with do understand the stages and procedures involved in carrying out a housing project of such a magnitude. Yeah, Nastro, we have done a lot of things since we made our first application and the council made their resolution and stuff like that. But a lot of things, you know, they actually eat our time. I will just, I'd like just to tell you that at the moment, an approved plan is in our possession. The land survey has already been carried out, and we are actually eagerly awaiting for the layout plan to be approved. The approved layout plan has already been forwarded to the interested stakeholders. There are a lot of interested stakeholders, just like the approved layout plan has to be forwarded to the Department of EMA, the Environmental Management Agency. It has to be forwarded to the Ministry of Local Government. It has to be forwarded to the Sanyat Rural District. So it is only after all the interested and consulted stakeholders have given their recommendations that the layout plan gets approved. But however, I am so confident that very, very soon, actually in 1 or 2 weeks time from now, we'll be having the approved layout plan. Otherwise, if it was our wish, we would have wanted this implementation stage, that is moving of the equipment to the site and starting to carry out the work at the site there, to start yesterday. But it's very unfortunate that we have to follow all the laid out processes and procedures. However, people should, I think people deserve to know that a lot of groundwork has already been done, and all the stakeholders involved in this project are raring to go. These include craft properties, the developers, the financiers. They've already done their preparatory work. and are ready to move on site as soon as the layout plan is approved and an authority to move to the site is granted. I'm so sure that equipment will start work at the site before the rain season. This is because tine hurukuro dzatakaita nevemaofisi anoita mabasa iwayo vakativimbisa kuti vane chokwadi chekuti mumazuva mashoma anoteera zvese zvatiri kuda zvinenge zvapera, asi mapepa ese tinawo eproject iyi. Yeah, you see, Nastro, all of these things that people are saying are fibs. These people who are spreading rumors are actually owners of various properties in Kadoma, and some of our beneficiaries are their tenants. So you see, these people, they're actually scared of losing their tenants if they own their own houses. I think that's why they are going around spreading rumors that there is nothing like that. This project will never be a success. But let me inform members of the public that whatever a project of this magnitude is being done, a lot of comments are passed around. Some of the comments are people who are actually against development, people who want to delay and derail success in this community. People should not make, according to me, follow-ups in the streets, as they are bound to be misinformed. As we speak, we have been allocated 60 hectares of land by the Ministry of Local Government after making an application for the land. We are in possession of letters from the Ministry of Local Government. We've got reciprocal correspondences from the city of Kadoma in regard to this issue. So I find it very weird for somebody to go around spreading rumors that this project is not going to be a success, or this project is all lies, whilst we've got those papers, genuine papers, which we can produce, which if anyone visits our offices, we can produce and they can verify with these responsible authorities. The housing department in Kadoma, the physical planning in Chinoi, the Ministry of Local Government in a hurry to get the official position of the project. Because why I'm saying this, all the recent developments that we have done, we have forwarded those papers to all these authorities that I have spoken about. Mapepa ese anoendeswa takawana bepa kubva ku Ministry of Local Government, tinotora bepa riya toenda naro kukanzuru, kanzuru yoisa madepartment ayo ese kuti vazive kuti pane zvakuitika. Asi iwe kana uri beneficiary kana kuti uchida kujoina project yeCraft Properties, wakaenda muroad kunobvunza kana pane mawindi kuti pane zvichaitika here uku, havazivi. Vanotozoziva kana magrader nezvimwe zvese zvaenda paground, ndopanozoziva windi neany other common person kuti pane zviri kuitika. Asi makanobvunza the right people, vanokupai zviri kuitika concerning this project. I also understand that there were some people who were going around spreading rumors that Craft Properties has been moved from the initially allocated piece of land. Those are true lies. We have not been moved. We are still in possession of 60 hectares of land on subdivision A of Railway Farm 8, commonly known as Hofme Farm. That's where we are going to develop and build houses in this project that we have recently named Holy Land Housing Project. Yeah, Nastro, people might need to know that the site plan that I am talking about, I actually have the site plan here with me. I can actually display it so that your cameras can take it. This is the site plan, the proposed residential subdivision A of Railway Farm 8 Sanyati, because this piece of land still lies in the Sanyati Rural District Council jurisdiction. We've got it here with me. So all the papers are there, the allocation papers are there, the site plan is here, the layout plan has been submitted to the relevant authorities, so everything is above board and everything is in control. Yes, basically it is a great investment to the Kadoma community and the entire Zimbabwean community in general. This is actually in line with the indigenization and the Black Empowerment Program, which is the brainchild of His Excellency, Comrade R.G. Mugabe. This indigenization program creates a lot of employment in the community, and this project in particular will go a long way in addressing the accommodation problem in Kadoma and the surrounding areas. Let me also take this opportunity to mention that the Minister of Local Government, Honorable Ignatius Chombo, has got people at heart. We have dealt with him, and I think it's his wish that everyone owns a piece of land, and it's because of this reason that he supports every developmental project in Zimbabwe, including our housing scheme, which we have named Holy Land Housing Scheme. Yeah, I would like to say to the beneficiaries, not beneficiaries alone, but all the concerned stakeholders. I'm talking about the beneficiaries, I'm talking about the developers, I'm talking about the financiers, I'm also talking about craft properties themselves, to come together, because I believe as a unity we will conquer. You know, everyone should play his or a role for this project to be a success. Yes, we have achieved what we have achieved so far as craft properties, but we also need your hand.
Give it. I say mazistim.
Shama vakadzakwa shama.
Kurutamba ipi bana?
Unongoziva kama kasando wakapaka wachikuwenga newspaper tsvaka mabasa ona. Sha.
Oh. Saka urutamba ipi?
Hapana, surise amene newe. Dude. Chichikuiti.
Chima ndakarowa mari chama ndikutsvaga mota chama.
Iwe nemwe futi mota futiyo.
Iwe ndakarowa mari 2 weeks ago chama pa miu. Saka ndikutsvaga mota imwe utenga.
Aiwa. Chimomira izvozvi. Antu vangu vekuLondon wazewe amaitindo wewe.
Ndwanze.
Exactly. Vakoyaka last week.
Okay.
Urana sina. Vakane mazimari. Unongoziva zvoma pounds zvimwe.
Satauri.
Ndokudze izvozvo. Vakandibvunza advice kuti ndete sene mari. Tino advice ndakavapa. Invest in property.
Property.
Properties. Mudhuri.
What do you mean?
Mudhuri ndori kubhadhara. Iwe ngodara muchirojero.
But chamara pa une point hapo chama.
Kudara muchirojero.
Sasa ndoita sei?
Uchingomaiso ne land.
Ndoita sei?
Advice ndakavapa. You understand? Ndakati vene kunonzi craft properties.
Craft properties.
Craft properties.
Craft properties.
Inowanika Kadoma town medu. Pa number 55 Hebe Chitepo Street.
55 Hebe.
55 Hebe Chitepo Street. You understand? Inonzi craft properties. You understand? Wakatenda izvezvi mundoro deal. Last week wakatenda tete vangu chichi izvezvi vakatomira imba yavo. Boss kupera kwegore craft properties is a registered estate agent. You understand? Right now vakapiwa land kunonzi Hofmari phase 1. Kadoma Southwest.
Kwana phone shamari.
Inzwa kupera kwegore vanofanira kugadzira 800 houses. Saka vakangwara right now is the time kunotenga stand yako right now. Go and visit them. Mutaurana, good people.
Kana phone shamari tutanga tuvafonera izvo zvinchitori munzira kuenda.
Namba yona neka kuti pane munhu atombotifonera mai machitombo ivhunza.
Shamari good idea yona iyo.
0773 32 76 15 9. Exactly.
Shamari nandiyatomire.
Saka
bata shamari, thanks for advice.
Sachisiyaka mare bhiya ka.
Mare bhiya? Ibomira chekuita zvedheni.
Enda uchiomera wewe. Uchiri kuomera bro. Sadaro.
Iwe usisarire mawe machuwana Jimbo sekugara usisarire Iwe wadarire wakagarire Jitanga kumanya manya usisarire Crown property Crown property property. Crown property. Crown property.
Craft Property Private Limited, your #1 estate agency.